This is your 2025 year-end market update for Dufferin County. What changed, what homes we're selling for, and what I'm watching as we head into 2026. We're going to keep it real, we're going to make it real simple, and I'm going to show you where the market actually moved, not just what the headline said. Let's start with the big picture because 2025 had a very clear story. Here's the county-wide snapshot for 2025. We had 756 total sales across Dufferin County. The median sold price was $817,000, and the average days on market was 59 days. So what does this tell us? Buyers were active, but they were very picky. Homes absolutely sold, but the market rewarded the listings that were prepared, priced properly, and positioned right. If you were hoping the market would do the heavy lifting for you in 2025, it probably felt like work. If you came in with strategy, 2025 was totally doable. One quick note, this slide uses median sold prices. Later, we'll use benchmark trends to track month-to-month movement more consistently. Now, here's why this gets a little tricky. Dufferin's not just one market. Dufferin County is made up of multiple micro-markets. When you look at volume by municipality, you can see where trends show up quickly and where one unique sale can skew the stats. In higher volume areas, pricing trends are more reliable because there are more data points. In lower volume townships, one farmhouse, one custom build, or one estate property can swing the numbers. So if you're watching stats, you always want to ask, how many sales are we actually talking about? And yes, this video covers all 8: Orangeville, Shelburne, Mono, Amaranth, Mulmur, Melanthon, East Garafraxa, and East Luther Grand Valley. Now let's talk about the market movement across the year, the real trend line. This is where you really see the year. This is the MLS HPI benchmark trend from January to December of 2025 for Dufferin County. I like using benchmark for this trend story because it smooths out the mix of what was sold. Some months we have more detached, some months more townhouses, and the benchmark helps us track the market's direction without the noise. The key takeaway from this trend line is 2025 was not a straight line, it was a reset, then a search for stability, then a softer finish. To make it real, I'm going to break down 2025 into 3 big moments. Spring reset. This is when the buyers regained leverage. Prices corrected themselves from the early year highs into early summer lows. This is where sellers felt the market push back on pricing that wasn't aligned. Turnkey listings still did well, but the market stopped rewarding close enough. Summer stabilization. The summer was the market testing the new normal. Buyers were shopping, but they were deliberate. If a home was clean, well presented, and priced to reality, it moved. If it was priced on hope, it sat. And once the listing sits, buyers get bolder. Year-end split. Year-end is interesting because fall softness continued overall, but the right product at the right price still won in December. That's the split. The market did not reward everything, but it rewarded the best listings. Now let's break down what this meant by home type because 2025 treated different segments very differently. Let's talk Dufferin County by home type at year-end using December 2025 benchmark and the year-over-year change. Detached was down 10% year-over-year. Attached was also down 10%. Townhouses showed the biggest softness, down nearly 15% year-over-year. And apartment and condo style was about 9%. So if you're downsizing, this is important because townhouses and condo style options are giving buyers more negotiating room than they had in previous years. If you're seeing buyers come from the GTA, detached still represents a lifestyle move, but you need to be sharp on value and condition because these buyers are no longer paying premium just because they want out of the city. Now let's zoom into Orangeville because it behaves differently than the county overall. In Orangeville, the year-over-year changes were similar, but the condo-style segment held up better. Detached was down at about 11.6%. Attached was down at about 10%. Townhouses down 13%. And the apartment and condo style down only about 5%. So Orangeville's condo-style segment was more resilient year over year compared to other types. This is why I always say your home type matters. Your neighborhood matters. The market is not moving in one big wave. It's moving in segments. Now, let's connect the dots to all the areas in Dufferin County and what that means for interpreting these stats. Here's a simple way to understand Dufferin County. Tier 1 is high volume. Orangeville, Shelburne, Mono. Trends show up faster. Buyer demand is more consistent. Pricing signals are clearer. Tier 2, this is medium volume. Amaranth, Mulmur, Melanthon. These areas are active, but property-specific features can drive value more dramatically. Tier 3 is the low volume. East Garafraxa and East Luther Grand Valley. Here, one unique sale can swing the pricing, so strategy has to be hyper-local. In the lower volume areas, the question is not, what's the average doing? The question is, what is my exact property competing with right now? And if you're buying rural, we need to talk about something that matters even more than price. If you're considering buying rural Dufferin, especially in Mono, Amaranth, Mulmur, Melanthon, East Garafraxa, here's what no one says. You're not just buying a house, you're buying a system. This checklist is how to protect yourself. Well and water. Ask for well tests and water quality. Septic. Get the records, confirm the pump history and maintenance. Outbuildings. Check permits and what's insurable. Access. Ensure your roads are accessible, there's maintenance, and what the winter realities look like. Check the internet accessibility. Don't assume. And zoning. Confirm future use if you have plans to build on the land. This due diligence is exactly why rural homes can be an amazing move, as long as you buy with clarity. Now let's close with an outlook on 2026, what I'm watching, and how to win as a buyer or a seller. Heading into 2026, here's what I'm watching. Borrowing cost stability. Not just rates, stability, and confidence. When people believe the rate environment is predictable, they move. In inventory trends, watch the days on market and absorption rate. That's how you know who has leverage. Downsizer product. Townhouse and condo style segments are offering negotiating opportunities, especially when condition or fees are not lining up with the buyer's expectations. GTA to Dufferin demand. Lifestyle migration continues. Detached homes still draw strong interest, but buyers want value and they want fewer surprises. If you're selling in 2026, here's the formula. Price to evidence, not hope. Present the home to remove friction. Plan timing and launch carefully. And if you're thinking about selling this year, check out my Ultimate Seller Prep Guide for this market. It's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching this market update. Get your backstage pass to all of the market info that you need and information about the real estate process with some amazing guests that I have lined up for 2026. See you soon.